Welcome back, and you know what it is. It is original greatness. And today, we're going to get into a book review. But before I do, I want to tell you guys about what's been going on with the delays. I've been trying to use my intro on this channel that I had before, but it was shot in 1080p. So when I upgraded to 4K, the resolution is not the same. So I was trying to work on that behind the scenes, and it's been taking longer than I expected. So because of that, I hadn't been putting up videos, guys. So I apologize about that, but we back on. I'm just going to have to shoot a new intro. Also, I want to tell you guys that I've been getting feedback from you, and the feedback has been excellent. So it's some things that I'm working on. One is that you guys are loving the videos where I'm walking. You're okay with the camera moving while I'm walking, but y'all ain't really feeling the camera jumping around while we actually shooting in the studio or in the office. So because of that, I'm going to start shooting like this. I had to figure out the lighting and some other things, but earlier I shot this video already while I was holding the camera. So please just bear with me on this video of this book review with me holding the camera. So with no further ado, let's get into it, guys. Appreciate you. Today, I wanted to talk to you guys about a video I had put up a few videos ago. I put the link up on the screen where I was telling you about the books I was reading. I just finished reading The Subtle Art of Not Giving a by Mark Manson yesterday. And I really enjoyed that book because it was very empowering. And it reminded me a lot about how I used to focus my energy and my attention on things that were not beneficial. Like when you start thinking about things that's out of your control, I felt powerless because I was focusing on the things I knew I couldn't do nothing about. And I realized when I started focusing my attention on the things that I could control and I could change, and I started to take action on those things, that it made me feel powerful. It made me feel in control. And this book talks about that, but it talks about a lot of gems that will help you adjust your mindset. And he does it in a gut punch, punched in the mouth, no sugarcoating at all type of way. Like he's really blunt and direct with it. And if you are not strong enough to deal with somebody telling you what you need to hear versus what you want to hear, I don't think this would be a good book for you. But for me, I loved it. I love the punch in your mouth approach and being blunt because that's how I am. I try not to use profanity, but that's how I am when people ask me for my advice. So if you ask me, I'm gonna give it to you raw. And he really does that in that book, and I loved it. I'm definitely going to read it again. And it had like 7 chapters in it. I believe I read like 2 chapters a day, and that was how I was able to get through the book fairly quickly. I don't believe I was taking more than maybe like 3 or 4 days. I think it took me like 3 or 4 days to read the book. Once I got down to chapter 5, I realized the pages were getting thinner and thinner. I'm like, I might as well just go ahead and knock this out. So I went ahead and finished the book up yesterday, and I really enjoyed it. So the next book that I'm reading right now is called How to Make Money by Selling Stocks Short. As a matter of fact, I'm not even about to do that because last time I did this, I told you guys the title, and I didn't even have it right. Look at this. Yeah, How to Make Money Selling Stocks Short by William J. O'Neill. So that's the book that I'm reading now so I can sharpen up on my skills to be a better investor and trader in the stock market. So far, it reminds me a lot of a book I was reading before on selling stocks short, but it's more so about developing the mindset, and he's giving you the key points of what to look for and what to do so you'll know what type of trades to take. Because some people don't know that it's actually ways to be profitable in the stock market when stocks are going down. And I didn't know that because I heard always buy low, sell high, buy low, sell high. So if you're under the impression that you can only make money in the stock market when it's going up, when you hear about a recession, or if you are familiar with the terms, there's a term called bear market. So bear market is basically when the overall market is going down, and a bull market is when the overall market is going up. So in a bear market, it's some people that don't know you can actually profit from companies or stocks, or another word would be assets, losing value. And that's what that book talks about. So that's what I'm reading right now. And there's another book that I recently received, I had purchased from eBay, called How to Be Better at Almost Everything by Flynn. And I'll put that book up on the screen so you can see what it looks like. I've never heard of this book before. I think it popped up on the suggestions while I was on Amazon. I love the title, and the color popped. So I'm just being honest with you about why I even purchased the book. If that's a goofy reason for purchasing a book, so be it. I love books, but some books, in my opinion, I've found to be the best that I haven't heard of before, or somebody hasn't suggested, or it was a book that was mentioned in another book that I was reading. But I love information. And another thing I want to tell you guys is that sometimes when you see reviews, the last book that I had read, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck, was suggested by Anthony O'Neill. And when I looked on Goodreads and I saw the reviews were horrible. But come to find out, I actually really enjoyed the book. So sometimes, depending on what piques your interest, just go ahead and get the book and read it and judge it for yourself. Because if you go by everybody else's opinion, you might miss out on some great information or something you may get great value out of. And earlier in the video, when I was talking about feeling empowered, something that you can quote to yourself that will keep your mind focused on things that you can control versus things you can't. There's something called the serenity prayer. And it's, I hope I quote it right. Matter of fact, I'm not going to do that again. Let me grab it. The serenity prayer. It's on this coin I have. It says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, and the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. You taking the time to just ask yourself, hey, is this something I can control or can't control? And then differentiating or deciding if it is or it isn't, and then focusing your attention and your energy on the things that you can. If you start practicing this, if you respond the way I did, you will feel like you have more control over your life and you will feel more empowered. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. So I want you guys to follow me on Instagram and Goodreads at Original Greatness. Also, I would like you guys to share, like, subscribe, and comment below AOM for all on me. And this is basically for you taking accountability for things that's going on in your life or that have happened in your life. You holding yourself accountable in a way, knowing that regardless of what has happened in the past or has happened to you, as far as where you are right now, it's your responsibility to decide, what are you going to do now? What are you going to do now, right now at this moment, and moving forward to improve the quality of your life or design the life that you want for yourself? So, as always, be original, be great, and say, I am original greatness. God bless.